So let us start with the episode number 4. The remedy is really very interesting, and you have prescribed this remedy so many times in your clinics. But I would like to tell you something more about this remedy. The remedy is sulphur. How to understand a sulphur child in your clinics. Now, to understand a sulphur child in clinics is very important. Okay, so replicability, the live materia medica, the behavioral materia medica in the clinic is very interesting. And every time I'm warning you, my dear viewers, when the child comes and I'm explaining the remedy of this particular remedy, be aware of it that the child here is for the first time I'm talking about, because once the child is with friendly with this physician, then the remedy, the understanding, the emotions may change. So first of all, I will say every remedy what I'm trying to tell you will be most of the times for the first time. The first 4-year-old child coming in front of you and sitting here, he was passing blood stained stools, mucoid stools, and the child was like this. I had shown this case in so many seminars, but for those who have not or missed this seminar, I'm just presenting or illustrating the same case here. But from this case, you will understand how beautiful this remedy, sulphur, presents in front of you. So the patient was suffering, and most interestingly, he was diagnosed to be suffering from IBS because they couldn't find any cause out of it. So the child was in front of me and I said, "Oh, what's your name?" He said, "My name is so and so." But this sulphur child always starts the communication with the physician very pleasantly. Not always, but most of the times. He will tell his name with a pride feeling, but not that arrogant pride like platina. It's not like that. Sulphur will show his wealth every time, but with that due respect, but with that pride. For example, I'll show you. I asked, how are you? I'm fine. Okay? Very matured, very religious child. Now, as I told you, I always offer a jar of candies or chocolates. And I offered this child. What was the reaction of this child? It was really very interesting. He said, "Oh no, don't give me chocolates." You know why? If I eat these sweet chocolates, the germs in my intestine will become more powerful. And these germs in the intestine, 4-5 years old child I'm talking about. No, 5 years, he was in senior KG. 5 years child telling me about germs which will become more stronger, and then they will attack my intestine, and then I'll have to suffer more. So I will not eat chocolates. See the sentence, who said this? Father and a mother, both were there. I told them, "Why are you giving this negative emotions to this child? Keep this negativity within yourself." I always tell every parents, don't put their negative energy into this child. Otherwise, this child will never get cured. Now he's carrying this energy. But still, I was Mayur Mahajan. I didn't give up. I don't know. I'm a doctor. I'm giving you this chocolate. You won't worry. You will be fine. What was the second answer from this child? "I have enough. I have so many chocolates. I have enough chocolates." Come on. Oh, this was again a second. How many of the kids in the clinic will tell, "No, I have enough of chocolates. I don't want now. My refrigerator is full of chocolates." And I was really so happy with the answer, and I was so charmed with this style of his answers. It was really so sweet. sulfur child, always charming others, very sweet in nature. Wherever the sulfur child goes into society, for example, I am a sulfur child and I go to my mama's place or my uncle's place or my maternal home, my mother's maternal home, still I will be that impressive that I put that impression to everyone in that society, that building, that, Arey, where is the child? He was so sweet, and he was so beautiful, and he was so well mannered, he was with full of etiquette, he was so good, he was impressing so many people. There was a gathering in our society, everybody was missing this sulfur child. So how impressive this child is very important. Alright? So this is how the behavioral material is important. Very religious, very knowledgeable, he's a voracious reader, I tell you. Always wanting to gain knowledge. And why he wants to gain knowledge? Just to share it to his friends. I know this. I know this. You know what is the capital of Czechoslovakia? I will tell you. You know what is the capital of this? You know what is a dam? I'll tell you what is a dam. You know what is the use of dam? I'll tell you at the age of 6 years. Very interesting. How does this homeopathy work? A child asked me. This small, but it is always sweet. How come? I haven't tested till date. I have not tested such a sweet medicine. I have always tested bitter medicines. How is this so sweet? The questions are so sweet. So let us continue with this child case suffering from IBS, blood stain stools. So I told him, don't worry, everything will be fine. I am there. No. See, we should be always care. You need to take care about our diseases. Don't worry. We should follow the diet. And the mother was really wondering, what is it telling? Yesterday, the same child, doctor, you won't believe, this same child was so stubborn about he wanted to eat chocolate. Then, what happened is that time I was not having pain. Now I am having this pain, so I will not eat. Such a beautiful reason. Objective, reasonable, theorizing, philosophy, ability for always to the point answers. Very intelligent, sharp. I was as if I was feeling that I was talking with a 18-year-old child. This was something which was very peculiar of a child in the remedy sulphur. Okay, then it's not yet over. Then I said, then do you follow some diet? Of course. So the mother intervened in between and said, doctor, please don't talk about diet. Every now and then, his stomach is not better. His abdomen is always paining. But then, today what is there for lunch? So this was the statement of his mom. So I asked him, yesterday what was there for the dinner? He said, yesterday, ghawne means there was a Indian style dosa, in a Maharashtrian type, and imli ki chutney, and Maggie. Okay? So I intervened. How could your mom give you Maggie? Because I scored first in my school. So I told, you have told me, you have promised me, once you are first, you scored good marks in your examinations, I'll give you Maggie. So I'm asking for it. Yesterday I had Maggie. The way he was presenting, the lips, it was as if the Maggie was in front of the child. We have a rubric, feasting revelry. Revealing feasting. Means as if, the child, the sulphur child. So he was, then half an hour he was talking about the difference between dry noodles and wet noodles, the fried noodles. He was talking about all food items. And I was like, Chinese banga yaar koi to bhi. Kha lenge. It was like so, he was making the dishes so lively, so beautiful, so agile, so intelligent, so precautious. Sulphur child. always curious, wants to learn some more things. Acha, so what is there? Acha, okay, this is. He will know. Acha, Acha, you are a MacBook. Okay, very good. So MacBook, I'll tell you, sir, doctor. Arre, the age is 8 and 9 years and telling me about MacBook, but still he has every knowledge of it. So this is what this Sulphur child loves about, to talk, communication, communicative, expansive. We have a rubric, ragged philosopher. Means what? Everything. Ragged also. Means what? Ragged is unwanted. Ragged is shit. Ragged is kachra. But he can convert this rag, that unwanted talks, into wonderful talks. So sweet, so mischievous, so reasonable, so cautious, so intelligent. This child. And the best part of Sulphur is he can give exact symptomatology during the first interview, during the case taking, and the follow-ups also. He will give you logical answers. How are you? Doctor, I'll tell you, 35% I'm better. 7-year-old child is telling me 35% was better. So, but the stools are not that better, but yes, blood, everything is fine. See the way he's understanding the disease itself consciously. This is Sulphur. So this child was so beautifully talking with me. I thought of as if I should just converse with this child for many more hours together. This was this charming. We have a rubric, charming others. This Sulphur has that ability to charm others. He's the leader. Always come together. He is the one who shares. If he has so many toys, he will share it with his relatives, brothers, sisters. Until I have many. I have so many toys. Come on, there. But at the same time, the most favorite toy, he will never give it to anyone. This is also one important rubric. Sulphur. What did the mother told me during this conversation? He is behaving so good that I'm not eating this, I'm not eating that. And at the same time, yesterday night itself, he was so stubborn about his demands about food. This is hypocrisy of Sulphur. He tries to show that I'm so good in the society. Okay, I'm this, I'm like this, I don't like to do this. But once the time comes, he can manipulate and goes accordingly to his own demands. The science of convenience for this Sulphur child. No, today I'm fine, so I can eat. Tomorrow, I don't know, but today I'm fine, so I can eat. So this is how Sulphur child behaves. Sulphur 201 dose. Within 7 days, the follow-up was, he was absolutely better. And he said, doctor, I tell you, now last 6 days I have consumed this, chocolates, everything, and I'm fine. I don't have any problem. I don't have any pain in abdomen. So the follow-up is also very important. The way Sulphur speaks up is really very interesting. Every time, don't find for the dirty child. Yes, Sulphur is also dirty. He can talk about everything, whatever. I won't enact all those things in front of this social media. But yes, he or she can talk anything dirty about anything. But when the surrounding, see, she, that is also Sulphur. Best try to understand this Sulphur child. Very religious. Whatever he will do, he will do it from his heart. Whenever a Sulphur child is in some family get together, all other kids, parents will just look into this child and say, "Arey, kya child hai sala? Bachcha ho to aisa sala, aisa." Wrong. It's not like that. But every time, our child is always the best. This is the funda, I'll tell you. Never ever underestimate your child in front of the society. This is a wrong precedent. This is not a wrong, this is a wrong, don't ever scold your child in front of the society. Your child will never trust you in your life, my dear friends. This is just an advice, but always Sulphur child will always feel, "Arey, kaisa bachcha sahi hai, see this, now you see the world." This is how Sulphur behaves in the society. So this Sulphur child, I know you may be having so many questions and doubts, because the next two remedies I will be taking very close to sulfur child. The more benevolent, the more communicative, the more expansive, the more vivacious, the more religious, the more frivolous, the more casual. At the same time, the more who feels I have so much things in my hand. Who the one who can use, who likes to give toys just like that, and compare it with another remedy which is very close to sulfur, which you may mistake sulfur, but that is not the where. How to understand it and make a difference is also very interesting. Stay tuned. Next video of a next remedy, very common, very close to sulfur, with differentiation. Okay, thank you all, love you.